Today we're going to be taking a look at the Megahouse Variable Action Heroes One Piece Roronoa Zoro figure. So what is going on, everybody? How is everyone doing today? Daredevil19 here, and today we're going to be taking a look at the Variable Action Heroes Roronoa Zoro. This is a figure I've been wanting to get for a while now. I just couldn't afford him because he is pretty much the most expensive One Piece figure out there right now. But I was able to find him for a decent price, so I ended up buying him, even though I have him pre-ordered for his reissue in August. But Roronoa Zoro is pretty much my favorite character from One Piece. It's either him or Luffy. They're both just really awesome, badass characters. But anyway, let's get into the review and start off with the packaging for Zoro. So pretty basic packaging for Megahouse's One Piece line. We get red and black for the main colors of the box, looking pretty cool. We do get the window right there. It says One Piece on the top, an image of Zoro right there. It says Roronoa Zoro on the bottom, Toei Animation, and Megahouse. The bottom of it is the blah 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 stuff that nobody cares about. We get a cool image of Zoro right there. It says Variable Action Heroes, Roronoa Zoro. And then the top of it says Variable Action Heroes, wanted dead or alive, 120 million berries. And then the side of it, see continuing image from the front of the box along with another badass image of Zoro right there. It says Variable Action Heroes, Roronoa Zoro. We get some cool artwork in the background as well. Then the other side of it, we get some more badass pictures of Zoro. Then the back of it shows a bunch of different poses you can get the figure into along with some of his accessories. But anyway, that is the packaging. Let's get this figure open and take a closer look at the Pirate Hunter Zoro. Alrighty, so taking a closer detail look at the three-sword style swordsman here, and Megahouse did a phenomenal job with the detail on this figure. Once again, they outdid themselves, and by far, hands down, this is my favorite Variable Action Heroes One Piece figure. They really did an awesome job with it. The hair sculpt looks dope. Very nice work on it. Show you a little bit of a closer look here. But I really love the sculpt work of it. And he is also known as Mosshead by Sanji. I always find that funny when Sanji calls him that, but I love all the tiny sculpted detail. I mean, that looks awesome. So very nice work just on the hair. Face sculpt looks awesome, looks exactly like Zoro. I love how he has his scar right there, which is sculpted on there. We do get his earrings on his left ear. Nice sculpt and paint, very clean paint work. We do get some paint shading around the nose and between the eyes right there, as you can see. And very nice sculpt work on the muscle definition on the arms and the torso. And we get some great paint work all throughout the skin tone. Very nice paint shading as well all throughout the skin tone. So nice work on that. We do get his badass scar right here that he got from Mihawk. And more in like the beginning of One Piece. But it is sculpted on there, and I like the very nice clean paint work as well. It looks like the paint shading on this part, like the butterfly joint, is a little bit darker than the rest of the skin tone. Really not that big of a deal though. This side looks good, but this side looks a little bit darker. But we do get paint shading on the arms, a little bit of paint shading. We do get his bandana on the left side of his arm, because we do get an interchangeable bicep without the bandana, because he comes with interchangeable heads with his badass bandana on. But I love the sculpt work of it. Nice sculpted wrinkles and the tie and everything. That looks cool. In the back of the figure, we do get some paint shading all throughout it, so nice work on that. And then we do get his robe right here. You do see the top of his pants, the lighter green color right there. But the robe is in 3 different pieces, I believe. Or 4. We do get this piece on top, which is a separate piece. And then we get the front piece. These 2 front pieces, but they're on joints, so you can articulate them, so that's cool. But when you try to articulate this side, it gets hindered by this maroon sash right there, so that's a little disappointing. And then this back piece right here is a softer, rubbery type plastic, while the rest of it is a little bit of a harder type plastic, so pretty cool that they did that, so it doesn't hinder too much articulation going back. And then, of course, these are articulated, so it won't hinder articulation. But they really did an amazing job just on the robe. All the sculpted wrinkles, just all the sculpted detail looks incredible on it. And we get some beautiful black paint shading all throughout the robe. So very nice work on that. Just look at all that sculpt work. I mean, they really did an amazing job with this Zoro figure. You see black paint shading all throughout it as well. There's his sleeves to his robe. Some paint shading. Just all the little sculpt work. I mean, they did an amazing job with the Zoro. Then we get these maroon sash right here that looks pretty cool. And then we get these button type things. I forgot what those are called. But very nice work just on the robe there. Then we get his pants here, which they look like they are black. Yeah, I'm pretty sure everything from his pants down to his boots are black. But very nice sculpt work. All the sculpted wrinkles right there on the inside of his leg. And whoever sculpted this did an awesome job. And then around the knees, even on the joint of the knee, we get some sculpt work going on there. And then I like the way the pants look bunched up, tucked into the boots. That looks pretty cool. Nice sculpt work there. And then for his boots, we get some sculpted wrinkles. Mostly on the top of the foot. We do get a little bit around like the lower leg. And then the bottom of them. Really not much going on. But overall, I think Megahouse really outdid themselves with this one. They knocked it out of the park with a damn grand slam. This is definitely my favorite One Piece figure, and I love the detail on it. But anyway, let's continue on. Moving on to the accessories, we get some of the best stuff included with Zoro. We get his swords, because of course Zoro is a swordsman, so we get this one here. And I think he got this one in that shop. I'm pretty sure that's what this one is. Has a very nice gray handle with some metallic gold on it, and the blade looks dope. I love the blue that's added in there too. Very nice looking. So we get that sword here. And then the next one we get, I think this is the one he got from that samurai zombie that he beat in Thriller Bark. I'm pretty sure this is that sword. But I think this one or the white one's either my favorite. Very nice paint and sculpt. I love the way this blade looks. It's got purple and I think silver and black in it. Very cool looking. So we get that sword. And then the last sword here is the one he got from his rival slash friend when he was a kid, and she was the one that ended up dying. But very nice work on this one. The handle looks great, great sculpt work, and great paint work. I like how it's black on the top, and then the rest of the blade is all metallic silver. So those are all the swords, and then we just get the handles of his swords to go into his sheaths. Oops. And if you look here, they all have peg inserts, but they're all shaped differently so you know which handle to put into the sheath. So we get the white one here, nice sculpt and paint on it. Then we get the black and gray one here. Very nice. And then we get the gray and dark gray one here. So nice work on that. And then we get his 3 sheaths that you can't take apart, which kind of sucks. But I mean, this thing looks awesome. There's the peg insert right there. Beautiful sculpt and paint work on these 3 sheaths. A little mark on the white sheath there. And I like the sculpted wrinkles going around this cloth piece. And then we get these things hanging around that's wrapped around the black sheath there. And you can see the different shapes for the peg inserts. Like the black one, always put that one in first because it sits lower than the first 2. So you just peg that in like so, and you can peg in the white one or the gray one, doesn't really matter which one you put in next, and that just looks awesome. And then this is how it looks on Zoro, which looks a zillion times better. I mean, that just looks badass. That looks so awesome. So those are the swords and sheaths and everything, and then we also get 6 interchangeable hands and an interchangeable bicep. So we do get a pair of fists. Very nice sculpt and paint work on them. It's pretty cool. So we get a pair of those. And then we also get a pair of gripping hands for him to grip onto his swords, of course. Sometimes the grip is a little loose with some of the swords, but he holds them pretty good. And the only thing I worry about is paint rub. So you are going to get paint rub with these hands. And then the last interchangeable hands are the resting or open hands. So nice sculpt and paint. You can see the sculpted fingernails. But those are the interchangeable hands. And then we also get an interchangeable bicep. So this is when you have him with his bandana on, because you got to interchange it with his arm. And it's very easy to do it, actually. I'll show you real quick. You just pop the arm off at the bicep, well, at the shoulder, where the shoulder meets the bicep, and then you pop it off at the elbow joint, simple as that. And then it goes this way, right? Am I doing it the right way? Yeah, that was the right way. You just peg that in, and then this just pegs in. This one's a little tight, but you can get it. And then there you go. It's as simple as that. I thought it was going to be hard and a little nerve-wracking to do, but it's actually very simple. So that's all the interchangeable hands and interchangeable bicep. And then he also comes with 4 interchangeable faces. We get 2 with the bandana and then 2 without the bandana. So we took a look at this one before, which is the serious type look, but they did great work on it, on the sculpt and paint. Scar looks dope, got his earring there. I just love all the tiny sculpt work in the hair. I mean, that looks amazing. But nice clean paint all throughout it. And then we get this one here, which is meant for him to hold his sword in his mouth. But great sculpt work all throughout it, especially on the hair. That looks amazing. Nice clean paint all throughout it as well. We get his earrings, Scar. Just looks dope. They did a very nice job with it. So we get those 2 interchangeable heads. And then we get these 2 here, which are the same exact ones, just him wearing his bandana. We get the serious type look on the left, and then the one on the right is meant for him to hold his sword in his mouth. But I really like the way the bandanas look, how they put like a grayish paint shading on them. It just makes it look that much better. And I love the sculpted wrinkles, and it looks like a real bandana to me. Beautiful tiny sculpt work in the hair there. Nice clean paint all throughout it. There's a knot in the back. Great sculpted wrinkles. And the other side with his earrings. Nice clean paint all throughout all 4 interchangeable faces. Get a scar there and everything. Nice work by Megahouse. They really killed it with this figure. But anyway, that is all the accessories included with Zoro. Let's keep moving on with the review. So now for the height of Zoro, he stands a little bit over 7 inches and 1/4 of an inch tall. And then here he is compared to the Variable Action Heroes Nami figure, the Variable Action Heroes Chopper figure, and the Variable Action Heroes Monkey D. Luffy figure. And then here he is compared to the Variable Action Heroes Trafalgar Law figure, the Variable Action Heroes Portgas D. Ace figure, and the Variable Action Heroes Dracul Mihawk figure. And then here he is compared to the SH Figure Arts Saiyan Armor Trunks figure, and the SH Figure Arts Awakening Warrior Super Saiyan Goku figure. Anyway, there's some quick comparisons. Let's keep moving on with the rest of the review. So now for the articulation, we get 1 point at the upper neck and 1 at the lower neck. So the upper neck joint looks all the way up and then looks down a decent amount. What Megahouse did though is they sculpted some notches in the neck so you get better forward and back movements. So I really like that they did that. We do get some great pivot up there, and it does swivel as well. Now the lower neck joint goes forward and back, slightly pivots, and it swivels also. So very nice movement in both those neck joints. We get a point of articulation under the chest there. Goes forward and back just a little bit. Really doesn't pivot or swivel at all, but the waist joint does go forward and back a real good amount, and then we get some nice pivot up there, and it does swivel as well. So we get better movement at the waist joint compared to the torso articulation. Now for the arms at the shoulders, we get a nice butterfly joint, and then one that goes up and down, and then we do get a little bit of an armpit joint in there, but really not much. The shoulders go out to the side a lot more than 90 degrees, so that's always awesome. They do go up and down. We do get the bicep swivel, double jointed elbows that bend in pretty much all the way. We do get a swivel and a hinge at the wrist. Now the robe pieces, this piece and this piece are both on joints, so you can move them out to the side or up, pivot them, so it doesn't really hinder the leg articulation. But this side, when you try to make it go out to the side, it gets hindered by this piece right here, so that's a little disappointing, but it can go forward, move it back more. So I like that they put joints on some of the robe pieces. Kind of reminds me of the SH Figure Arts Broly. Now for the legs here, they do kick forward, come on, about 90 degrees. They do go to the back a decent amount, and then they kick out to the side a lot more than 90 degrees, and then we do get swivel up there. We get double jointed knees that bend back all the way, so that is awesome. We do get a little bit of a boot cut swivel. Now for the ankles, they do swivel. They hinge up an okay amount and hinge down just a little bit, and then we do get a little bit of ankle pivot. Could have been a little bit better though, but I am happy with it. And then we get some toe articulation. So overall, we get some great movement throughout this entire figure, and I am extremely satisfied with it. But overall, I do highly recommend this figure, especially if you're a big One Piece fan and Zoro is your favorite character. This is a must-have for your collection without a doubt. Megahouse killed it with this one. They destroyed it like what Frieza did to Planet Namek. I really can't think of any flaws with this one besides wishing there was a little more movement in the ankle articulation. But other than that, we get some beautiful movement throughout the entire figure. The detail was executed pretty much perfectly, and the accessories are some of the coolest things I've seen Megahouse include with one of their One Piece figures. We get those awesome swords, the handles that go in the sheaths, and then we get some interchangeable faces and hands, and then the interchangeable biceps. So we get a ton of dope accessories, and I definitely do highly recommend this 100%. And if you would like to get Zoro for your collection, right now he costs about $120, but he's being reissued in August, and he will retail for about $70, and he is available for pre-order pretty much everywhere. You could also check with my buddy from AgelessGeeks.com, because I know he has them for pre-order as well. But anyway, that is my review of the variable action heroes Roronoa Zoro. Hope you enjoyed my review. If you want to support the channel, don't forget to subscribe, don't forget to share, and favorite the video too. And if you liked it, give it a thumbs up. If you didn't like it, just give it a thumbs up anyway, because action figures are awesome. But thanks for watching. I will see you later. One Piece, Roronoa. Damn it. Now this is a figure I've been wanting to get for a while. I just couldn't afford it, because he is pretty much, what the hell? The top of it is variable. About the cool image of Zoro right there. It says, variable, and the other side of it, we'll get some more nice poopity pup. Alrighty, so taking a closer detailed look at the three-side style figure, and then the back of it shows a bunch of different poses. You can get the figure into